Turn me up. Turn me up, Gift.
Big money, big booty, bitches, tell the truth, nigga, I'm lost about it. 7 figures for a headline, you want some stage time, we can talk about it.
140.
Niggas acting like they been rapping like
141.
Truly
That part.
Go against the kid, y'all
Big-
don't wanna live,
big
that
hundreds.
decision is
Hard,
hella
childish.
Rose gold for my old hoes, they ain't satisfied, then I sit them down. 10th grade, I gave her all shade, but now she got some ass, I won't hit it now. I don't lease, I just sell out feast, I put a blue Caprice on Gary Coleman. Bomb head and some cheese edge, that's a new race and a signing bonus.
Fall in this bitch like some good pussy. Can't hear myself. So good, she so good, she a cheesehead. Patty Mel. GED with some EBTs and some DVDs. That shit was fresh. She reeled me in with some chicken wings and some collard greens. That shit was crack.
Thanksgiving.
Just cracked me a new bitch, bust a new nut on a nigga's jersey.
Ooh.
My bitch got off at 9 o'clock, so I had to shake around.
7:30.
105, I'm stumping fast with these big guns. I'm hella dirty. Get caught with this shit.
Hey,
Hey, come on to like 2040.
That without me.
You know how it is. Guys, getting into
Goddamn.
episode 141 of them tanks
Straight
gifting.
like that.
Believe it, man.
We out here.
141.
Let's turn it down a bit.
Keep it up right there, my guy.
Welcome to the Sports U podcast, where we read you the sports
And you
news.
listen to 141 of our stupid ass opinions.
Oh my
Stupid or
goodness.
smart, though.
Stupid or smart.
We back in this
We was on some
bitch.
Bill Nye shit last week, man.
Yeah.
Mm,
We really
Crack the
was.
code.
For real. Cracked
I
a couple
think
codes.
you know, we got a lot of football here.
We do got
a little bit
football.
different.
It's a whole day.
Whole lot
the
of games.
pre-Thanksgiving episode.
We got
I think
three
this the first one.
games
I don't think-
tomorrow.
I don't think we did them back in the past.
We didn't do
I
one
don't know.
last
I
year?
don't think we did.
don't
At
think we
least
did.
last year
Nah,
on
maybe
Wednesdays.
not last year.
I don't think we
did
started on
last
Wednesdays.
year. Maybe
Still
we did
though.
do it last
No, we
year.
probably
But-
did do different days back last year. Yeah.
Again, you got Rob on the
Might
mic
did a
here.
week before or some shit too.
To my right, your left, you got Stevie in the cut.
Straight like
And then
that.
also across from us, you got Big Gift.
Big
Big
grip.
grip.
Trip. Skin from the wall.
Already. You know you got the baddest boys in town.
What's happening?
Hey,
Who else would it be?
God. The only.
it's fire up in here, man.
The only
I'm
Okay.
telling you.
sports show in the IE.
Ready for the word.
Let's get into it, man. I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything in general from last week.
Well,
Address anything. I think all my picks were pretty bad for football.
I
I'm
was
not gonna-
2 for 3 on
cap.
football. I got the Raiders wrong.
Yeah,
But
man. We
I
was
got
stupid
the
on that one.
Eagles.
That's fine.
I got let's talk about the Chiefs, bro. We should talk
Okay,
about the
okay.
Chiefs
Let's
for
talk
sure,
about
bro.
that game real
Man,
quick. Then.
Because that was a game that I pretty much called spot on, bro.
for MVS to drop that pass,
Bro.
man. Because MVS was, I would say, the most solidified receiver on that team.
Yes. And he dropped that one considering he came from Green Bay.
And
Like,
you had
he's
good-
used to shit like that.
And you
But
had
then-
good separation on
Wait,
the team.
wait. Stevie, what was the thing? Because I just want you to say. I know what you said.
Well,
but
my main
what did you
call
say
out
last week?
My main call out was you can't trust these Chiefs receivers. It's not just that we've seen it in that one game against the Eagles. We've seen this through the season. Bro, even opening night against the Lions, we ignored it because we said, oh, they had Chris Jones out. But no, this is a problem.
Well, I think also they have a lot of young receivers, and we mentioned it too. Like
Yeah.
they'll figure it out. It's the Chiefs. It's Andy Reid. It's Patrick Mahomes. They'll figure it out.
That's what we said.
It's pretty late
game
into the
one,
season,
but
and it seems to be a problem at this point.
Yeah.
Especially when Travis Kelce, even though he had a touchdown, isn't
The coverage
as
was
effective as it
built.
used to be.
The coverage was built for Travis Kelce to do that because they said we don't trust these other guys. Like if you really look at even the coverage they were giving, bro, at a certain point, like in the second half especially, they were double, triple covering Travis Kelce, and everybody else was in man coverage. At that point, bro, beat man coverage. You're an NFL receiver, bro. All the attention's on your tight end. Beat the man coverage. They couldn't. All right. Even in situations, MVS beat man coverage, but he dropped it. Justin Watson, bro, he got scared because he was caught in the middle of two defenders. He got scared and let the ball go through his hands.
I mean, it looked like a replay of when the Chiefs were playing the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, and There was just an inept in that aspect. But I will say this
That
much:
game,
that
I'm gonna be honest, that game was probably a little worse. That Buccaneers game that you're referring.
I mean,
that was probably a
similar.
little
You know,
worse. That was
it
probably
might
a
be.
little worse.
But for that game itself, again, it's later in the season now. I feel
Yeah.
like they should have more shit rolling.
They should.
This was an awesome matchup, and this is also in their house, and it looked like the Eagles were able to
Eagles
pull it out.
came looking out like
Um,
little dogs. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, again, this matchup it kind of lived up to the hype in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
once again,
It didn't have to.
they lose.
It didn't have to be a 30-point shootout like the Super Bowl to me because, like we were saying last pod,
Well-
the defense is like this is going to be a different game.
Yeah, let me finish though.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So with the Eagles,
I'm talking. I'm
well,
sorry.
no,
it's just because.
serious,
No,
like,
it's just
I
because
say
Skip.
something,
It's
it
just because
keeps
Skip
going,
Bayless
like, come
did
on.
it to Richard Sherman. He was like,
Nah,
"I'm talking, Richard. I'm talking.
Nah,
I'm
that-
talking,
that shit was
Richard."
di-
And I'm like, "Bro, that's so fucked up."
That shit was a little different there.
that shit was definitely different.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like
No, it's all good. I did
they
get that out real quick.
it's just getting worrisome now. And what's funny about it that a lot of the blame doesn't go towards Patrick Mahomes, and it shouldn't.
No,
But
it
I'm saying
shouldn't.
though,
it should.
it's just surprising that they're not on necessarily the same page. And here's the thing, this is also, even though it is late in the season, this is also the perfect time to get a fucking fire lit under their ass so that they can start putting shit up. Gifton,
Yeah.
what did you think about that game, and what were your takeaways?
Mainly just the big thing that MVS had dropped that pass, man. Because like you were saying, you're used to that. You're used to the
But it was
deep
a-
ball Aaron Rodgers
it
game
was
winning
a-
touchdown
Let him go, let him
throws. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, wow, for us going into what is it, week 12 now?
Well,
Week
that
12.
That was
yeah,
11,
week 12.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, in week 11, it's like, damn, you missed that, bro, against a really important game because you might see him again in the Super Bowl. But hey, who knows now? Like you've been saying, the AFC, whoever comes out in the AFC is crazy.
I think it's less now.
It is. To a certain extent.
You said it's
but
what?
I think it's less now.
Yes.
I'd say it's a good
yes,
6 teams that have an
yes
honest chance
now.
of coming out of the AFC.
To the playoffs, yeah, but not to the AFC Championship. Like,
To the AFC Championship,
I don't think
I'd
that many teams have potential to get that
To
far.
the AFC Championship, I'd probably say like 3 teams.
If I had
3
to
to
say
4.
just on the AFC side, you got of course the Chiefs,
Yes.
of course the Ravens,
Yes.
and maybe the Dolphins, and I think that's
Maybe.
it.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know if I see any other AFC team. Am I missing one?
The Jags, Texans,
Jags,
low key,
yeah.
bro.
The
I
Jags and the
kind of have to
Texans.
put one of those teams there. Like, if the Jags are able to sweep the Texans and win the division, you have to look at them a little differently, bro.
No, for sure.
Like that's
You
the only
definitely
way
got to
I
look
can
at Trevor
put
as a
it.
threat then if that happens.
I think
Well,
one thing that kind of just turned me off to
Well-
Trevor was that last week, or not this last week, but the week before that.
you're
where-
right. You're saying
It's one.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
it's not
No,
one
no,
I
no,
understand,
game,
but it was
No,
it didn't look good.
That game was
It
troubling.
didn't.
That
It
was a
didn't.
troubling game, and truthfully, I meant to say the Texans because the Texans have already beaten the Jags one time. If they beat them again, they'll sweep them. If they beat the Jags again, they'll sweep them.
Those would be my 4 teams that I
So,
honestly
yeah.
think could go to the AFC
Yeah.
Championship with no hesitation, for sure. Them
I
4
don't
right
think
there.
the Browns will get the Ravens
Nah.
without a
Unless Joe
quarterback.
Flacco just come in and sling shit, I
don't-
doubt it.
I don't know about that.
But
I don't see that either.
Yeah.
But yes, okay. So we talked about that game there.
Joe Flacco went
Little
to
bit
the
in the
Browns,
last week.
y'all, for everybody who's been listening, who's been
Yeah.
under a rock the
Joe,
last couple
Joe
weeks.
to the
don't-
Browns.
I don't know if there is anything else to really talk about on that last week. So we'll
From
get into
last
this
week?
upcoming
No, yeah, we don't have
matchup here.
to.
We have interdivision matchup here.
Yeah.
Seahawks versus 49ers. Let me give you a rundown of the game. Little background.
Yeah, Seahawks.
The Seahawks just
Seahawks
lost
just blew a game, bro.
to the Rams.
They blew that game.
Yeah, they missed the field goal.
17-19, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yep, and the
No,
big thing, I
17,
think it's
16.
16 actually.
17-16.
I think the biggest thing on that one is, the Seahawks actually have a winning record against winning teams, but they
Yeah.
are losing to bad
To-
teams. So that's just something
The,
to
the
think
Rams swept them this year.
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yes.
won
Were
the-
they
the
both
home
close
opener.
games?
No, we blew 'em out the first game.
time was a
Okay.
blowout for
And
sure.
then this one,
Huh.
they were up in the fourth.
they
then
were
we came
up
back.
for sure and lost still.
And then, of course, you have the 49ers getting back on track. Brock Purdy's looking a
Yeah.
lot better.
These
Brandon
last two
Ayuk's awesome.
appearances have looked well, and yeah, Brandon Ayuk went monstrous.
And
this
we'll
last
see
game, bro,
exactly
for sure.
how it transfers into this next game. I mean, the Seahawks defense is still nothing to laugh about. The 49ers defense looks like it's starting to come around back again with newly additional Chase Young. But for these two teams, of course, interdivision, pretty close in records. I think the Seahawks are behind the Niners by 1 game now.
Yeah.
So they can even it up. And if the Seahawks beat the Niners, that even gives, because I'm a homer here, the Rams a chance to get closer to at least making the playoffs or even winning the division, which I don't see that happening at all. But you never know.
Division.
But okay, so I'll let you go ahead on this one, Stevie.
Yeah.
Seahawks versus Niners, man. Who you got?
The Seahawks and Niners, bro. Honestly, the biggest thing with these two teams when we bring it back to their meeting when they met in the playoffs was the Seahawks offense wasn't really able to sustain like the 49ers were able to. That was really the biggest thing. Their offense is loaded up because they still have their run game. They still have Kenneth Walker. Now they have more additions to the receiving core with JSN, Tyler Lockett, DK. They have another guy, I believe, too. So receiving, the offense pretty much is more up to par compared to last year with the Niners. Now it's just like Geno has to deliver and the defense has to come up on their end too. Like, on paper, these teams are closer than you think.
They're kind of the same.
Yeah, on paper, they're pretty much closer than you think, but like it's just going to come down to how they come up and show up on this day and how the coaches and the teams are rallying around each other. Now, the Seahawks may have a little more juice because they just blew this game and they're probably pissed off about that. And Pete Carroll's probably in their asses over that shit too. And Pete Carroll, realistically, I'm going to put it pause. Since you guys are on, I see you niggas pause. But yeah, since they just lost this last game,
I told you.
He said, "We got his ass."
since they just
got
lost,
his ass.
since they just lost this game to the Rams like that, I think Pete Carroll is gonna be a lot more on them about how they're coming against the Niners. And he's going to want to win. He's not trying to lose another game in a row. He understands that even if they don't win the division, they still want to win this game.
I think, okay, so who you got?
I'm going Seahawks.
You're going
Seahawks? I'll
Seahawks?
go with the Seahawks, bro.
All right, so
There's a lot of motivation for them.
I
to
would
win.
feel like I would be with you there, but I don't know if Kenneth Walker is going to be playing. But not only has Kenneth Walker
hurt?
he got hurt in the last game.
He been going through it a little bit. These last few.
Yeah, he's been getting bumped.
Yeah.
I think, if he was there and he actually was being just as effective as he was in the beginning of the season, then it's like, all right, they're locked and loaded.
I can agree there.
But there's a lot of reliance on Geno, and he was pretty successful last year because of the run game.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been the
And
Geno
that
that's.
didn't miss as many.
I don't even think he has a 3-touchdown game this whole season. So looking into this, I really hope the Seahawks win. Of course, I have a lot of riding on this for my team too.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is they are a team that likes to run and sets up a lot of the rest of it. I think their defense is on par with the 49ers defense. So I don't think that's really a huge advantage.
Yeah.
But Kenneth is a huge loss. You're
If
coming with
he's
the
not- if he's
49ers
not
team
there,
that's
it.
fully
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah.
So I think the Niners. This is at the Seahawks house too. So
Yeah.
that might play a part in it.
Is this
But-
their first meeting of the year?
I don't remember them meeting up earlier in the year. So I might be mistaken on that.
probably
It looks
is.
like a gift. Are you looking at that?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Yeah, I don't know if they played earlier this year, but I think the biggest thing is that also wanted me to go the Seahawks way too is that, again, they do have a winning record against winning teams. So
Yeah.
with that being said, I think that, they just take their
That's
shit
true.
for granted. And, they thought they were going to beat the Rams twice, in the beginning of the season,
Well,
and they got
yeah, and
they
got
should have beat them
smoked.
last one. But again, looking into it, because they don't have a big part of their offense that's rallies the troops and is a huge key into what they do,
Yeah.
I think that's a big hit. And then on top of that, I think Purdy's playing out of his mind again.
Damn.
And
So-
I got the Niners on this
So
one.
they play them. So the Seahawks play the Niners week 12, Week 13 they play the Cowboys. Week 14 they play the Niners again in Frisco.
Okay.
Okay, so it
Damn.
was right though that this is in.
this is the first
This is
meeting.
in.
No, but that's so
The
quick.
12 man.
That's a
This is the first meeting too. Though.
yeah.
So
That's quick as hell.
you know, I think that this game is just as important now because
sure.
they know they're gonna see him again. It's like let's get an upper hand so that we know we got that at
Mhm.
least locked in. And again, dude, if they win, if the Seahawks win, the Niners they're both tied for the division now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the Seahawks got the tiebreaker because they just beat
'cause
them.
they
Yeah.
beat them first.
So now, you know, it's up for grabs. But I think the Niners pull it out. Again, fully loaded. Brock's playing well.
Mm.
And, you know, again, with the loss of Kenneth, you know, he was a huge key thing for them, not only last year, but in the beginning of this season. I think in the
He's had
last,
some good games this year too.
even last season, he brought it. He was brought more on board in the second half of the season. So we'll see how it kind of goes, and hopefully he'll at least be able to come back and do something for the Seahawks. You know, I'm going for every team.
Yeah.
That's how you used to
I
do
want them
Chris
to be fully
Carson
in.
low key too.
They sue me. I'm rooting for the Rams.
How about this?
So that's Robbie's answer.
All of you know, all of the Seahawks running backs seem to get hurt, and maybe it's because they always kind of get ran. But
yeah.
Gifton, who you got on this one, man?
Man, so this is kind of a tough one, bro. I ain't gonna hold you because at the start of the season, or when we did who's winning the NFC division on their side, I said the Seahawks. I said the Seahawks definitely had a
we
chance
both
to
picked
win that
them.
division.
This is where
I
this is
think I'm
where-
gonna go with
this
the
is gonna come
Seahawks
down to
on
it,
this,
though.
bro.
Yeah.
I this is what it comes down to. Like, yeah, Gino's a little bit doesn't have all his horses lined up and everybody ready to go, but in my mind,
He's had a few tough games too.
he has though. But in my mind, I'm thinking this is the first time we've seen Gino play a Thanksgiving game ever, ain't it?
Maybe.
Even
Is
before
it
when
for
he was on the
Thanksgiving?
Jets. Yeah.
That's
when he was
this
on-
is six. This is an
Jets
awesome
don't
Thanksgiving
al-
game. I think
Jets
it
don't
is.
This is a-
al-
bro, that's
this
what
is
I'm
a
saying.
good one. The Jets
This-
don't always get Thanksgiving.
This
games
is the
either.
day for
I think this is
Gino.
a prime time too.
This is the
It-
day for
it
Gino
should
to
be.
be like. I think it's the last
Should
game of the
be.
day,
I
if I'm
think
not
it should
mistaken. This is the game for Gino to be like.
Because
"All
this
right,
will be a
bro,
West Coast game too, so yeah, it should be
Facts.
the prime time.
This is the day for Gino to be like, all right, I got it.
If you
I got it.
to agree with what you're saying, I think that this is an awesome chance for him to say
Fuck
they did
yeah.
not make a mistake. I am a guy that could lead this team to some wins.
Yeah.
Are they contender? Man, with that defense, I feel
They
like
could be.
a lot of
can be.
people can
They
be
can
with
be.
They
with
can
a
be.
defense like that.
Defenses like that will carry you.
So we got Seahawks, Niners right here.
Yeah.
Let's get on to this next one, guys. I love the way that we're talking right now. It's really smooth so far.
It's provocative.
Oh yeah.
It gets
Gifted.
Going.
Chill out, bro. Wait, come on.
It says provocative. What did
It gets him going.
It gets going. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Texans versus Jaguars is our second one that we're going to be speaking about today. Let me give a rundown here. So, the Texans, of course, with their rookie quarterback,
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud, playing very, very well, coming out, being fucking immaculate.
Yeah.
Accuracy's going crazy. Even some of these plays where his hands are wet and he's throwing it, and they're having fun out
Yeah,
there
they're definitely
with
having
this
fun.
team. They're playing with house money already
Extremely
too.
Young team,
Um,
bro.
yeah.
Extremely young team.
It's crazy to run into a team that is young. And they're playing at home. And of course for them they got tons of receivers. It seems like tons of weapons. They got Dalton Schultz at tight
They-
end
they
too.
got tons of
And
weapons,
that
but this
defense with the
quarterback
defensive
is
head
just
coach.
That goddamn crazy.
Yeah,
the
that part.
quarterback is just that
And then you
crazy
also
too.
got versus Jaguars. You know, Trevor
The
Lawrence,
Jags are coming off a good win.
He's starting to hit his stride too.
bad start.
He just had
Picked it
4
back up.
total touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 passing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And then of course they're coming off of a good game, a bounce back game, one that
Yeah,
was kind of
they-
uncharacteristic.
Very needed.
A lot of things went bad in that game that they
Niners game,
lost.
bro.
A lot of turnovers
No,
too.
for sure.
Lots of things.
So for
yeah.
them, this is an additional game to continue to prove, hey, we are a good team. And
Yeah.
if you lose to these Texans squad,
They
now the
swept you.
Jaguars, we were speaking before. I think we were speaking before the podcast talking about
Yeah.
AFC contenders,
If
right?
the Texans beat them, they sweep them for the season and can win the division. This is a meaningful
big game,
game.
yeah.
Not
This is a
only that,
meaningful
so
game.
already we're getting into meaningful games. So the Jaguars need to really show that, hey, we are a team that can be considered a
Yeah.
contender for a
Yeah.
championship.
Because they
for
were
the
the
AFC
shoe-in for this division,
Mhm.
and no one even expected it to be competition for them to win the division. C.J. Stroud completely shook that shit up, obviously, though.
Absolutely, this division it was like
Yeah.
you said, Jaguars to win, and look at this game.
Yeah.
I
Obviously
would
different.
never think that I would ever be talking about a Texans versus Jaguars game.
Not to this.
And
not
Until
look at
they
this.
got
I'm ready.
Not to
C.J.
this type of
Stroud.
I'll go-
Trevor Lawrence and C.J. Stroud.
I'll go
bro.
first here.
Go ahead.
I think
What city is this game in?
Texas.
at Texas.
In
Yeah,
Texas.
Texas. I think that in Houston, excuse me, which is still Texas, but anyway,
Yeah.
I think with this, C.J. Stroud threw 2 interceptions in his last game, but still
3.
was able to. Oh, 3, huh? Yeah, I
3
think
and
so.
they still won.
and they still won.
But that's his career high interceptions for a game.
But let's look at this though.
Wait, so 3 interceptions.
He
So
literally
you're telling me
only
it's
He has
so you're
like-
telling me
he
it's
has
week
like
11 and he
5
only
or
has 5
6.
interceptions?
No,
Wow.
he has 5, I think now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that the tape will show, and this is part of the rookie struggles,
Yeah.
to show his tendencies, what he's able to do. I still think that he's solid and he will be solid, but you're going to go through bumps in the road. I think the Jaguars still have a great defense, one that can apply some pressure to the
Yes.
rookie.
Yes,
And,
they can.
if I'm going to put my money on one of these teams, I would say the Jaguars just because Trevor Lawrence has been, I feel like, in more big-time games than the Texans. But the Texans, with their quarterback, have been able to win games that they weren't supposed to be winning,
Yeah.
and
This'll
highly
be a-
competitive,
Yeah.
highly scoring games.
Yeah, for sure.
This will be a game that gives them more confidence moving forward, win or lose, just because, the Jaguars are a team they're always going to have to be
For
facing,
sure.
bro.
Well, in division,
honestly.
if they're able to sweep, won't that grow their head?
Yeah.
So I think
Sweep Trevor Lawrence, bro?
here the Jaguars win it.
Mm.
Yeah.
On the road, wow, 2 road wins for the first 2 picks I got here. And I think just because of that, there will be a little bit of growing pains. I think for also the head coaches too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think Doug Peterson, coming off of a rolling type of win,
Yeah.
Yeah.
will bring it into this season. I mean, into
Into
this
this
game,
game.
and be able
Yeah.
to just show, hey, we are
Yeah,
a serious contender.
Yeah.
And he's going to remember the last showing they had with them, obviously,
For
too.
sure.
So, yeah.
Let's
For
bring
sure.
it back. You know what I mean? So I think that's gonna be the way it rolls. But I do see C.J. Stroud maybe having another interception,
It's a shootout.
but being able to
That's
still
a little-
compete.
That's a little shootout for sure. That's a high scoring shootout.
The first game wasn't that close, though, either, though. So, seeing this one be a shootout,
Yeah.
regardless of who wins, I can see that, too.
Who you got gifted?
I love everything about C.J. Stroud, the Texans, and D'Amico Ryan. It's just forming together so beautifully.
Yeah.
Trevor got that experience, bro. Trevor has primetime experience. The team has experience between
Yeah.
offense, defense, secondary.
Very
I
true.
would imagine they got to just come in and just – because he's already running the division for the most part. But, yeah, bro, I would imagine the Jaguar – I fucking love CJ, but Trevor's going to just come in and clean house, bro. They're way more experienced.
So you
than
think
all
it'll be
of them.
more on?
It's definitely gonna be more
It'll
on
be more
Trevor.
on Trevor,
For
like
sure.
to
Yeah.
do all this.
1,000%. He's gonna have, like you just how he said he had what two passing
4
TDs, 2
total
rushing.
touchdowns,
Yeah.
2 passing, 2 rushing.
I don't know if he'll get 4, but I'm just saying like Trevor's gonna come in and ball out.
If
on
he
this
gets
game for
3,
sure.
he should be
He's
on
gonna-
the right track.
Trevor's balling out this
With
game.
that defense, if he gets 3 touchdowns, he should be on the right track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the defense is gonna be the difference
Mm.
maker mostly. I know you're saying that Trevor will be
Mm.
the difference maker. I think that the defense.
I
will be
mean,
the
they got
ones
it
that will
offense,
hold it down.
They
defense,
have a
secondary.
strong
They got it
defense,
everywhere.
bro.
They're
The
good.
D-line, they get
got it
to
everywhere.
quarterback,
Yeah.
but the linebacker core on this team, we've already said multiple times throughout this season and even last year, those are strong linebackers.
Those
on
are some
that
crazy
squad,
trenches
bro.
to try and fight through, bro.
The linebackers on
Yeah.
that team is a strength for
Yeah.
sure.
He got
Yeah.
Stevie.
I'm gonna go with the Jags too, bro.
Push the goddamn button.
Yeah.
Mm.
C.J. Stroud, I believe.
Betting against
he
CJ.
got-
I pressed it to just take
No,
over.
it's all good.
Unanimous.
Hey, I don't feel bad about betting against him. I just feel like if he wins this game, that just defines how great he's having of a rookie season. Bro.
What are the Jaguars? 7 and 2?
No, 6 and like 5. They're over 500 for sure. But
I
it's
think
like,
I think they have 7
or
wins
5
in,
and
in
4.
11 games, or maybe even 10. I'll look it up right now.
They're like it's like 3 of them.
I thought
are
they
like
have
7 and 2.
I thought they were 7 and
2,
3 now
They
because
don't
they
have
lost.
7. No, they don't
Mm.
have 7. The Jags are at 7 wins, I believe.
But go ahead, Stevie. I'll let
Yeah.
you know the record right now.
Texans, no, not Jags for sure. Though.
Yeah, Jags are 7-3.
Yeah.
Okay, 7
so
and 3.
I think CJ still has a good enough game to where I think he still should be able to perform well, but just again, the Jags are not. I don't believe the Jags had even over 10 points in the first game that they played them, bro.
Yeah.
Like the Jags looked terrible the first time.
Yeah.
They have to avenge that. They have to avenge that.
Yeah, for sure.
It just is what it is.
Avenge me.
Yeah, that part.
Like I said, they're just gonna come through clean.
The Texans beat them 37-17 in September.
Wow.
That's not as bad as I thought it was, but yeah,
At
that's,
Jaguars house.
that's an ass whooping.
Oh,
though.
that's horrible.
Yeah, that's a little ass whooping. though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lose at home too. That's horrible.
And to
Yeah.
to start the season,
And
they
it was
lost
like
2 at home.
first, second
Was
week,
this
too.
in? Was this not in London?
No,
maybe?
that
No?
was in Jacksonville for sure.
Nah, cause the London game.
London, they played Miami and
Yeah.
maybe one other team.
Ah,
but it wasn't
Miami.
the Texans.
The
Wasn't
Patri-
Texans then, okay.
No, the Patriots played in Germany. My bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was the other game? It was. Oh, wasn't it Jacksonville and the Chiefs for the
Yeah.
London game?
Yeah, and then
The second game, right?
no, the Jacksonville Jaguars played the Bills, but the Chiefs played the Dolphins somewhere overseas. I can't remember what
That
city
was in
it
Germany,
bro.
I think, or No, was in Mexico City.
No, theirs was in Europe too, I believe.
So we all picked the
boy.
Jags
Yeah.
to not only win this game between interdivision foes, but also go 2 games up on these Texans who are in second place, I believe,
Yeah.
in the division. So
They
Texans
have the
6-4.
experience, They understand
Jaguars
the moment,
7-3.
They have the leadership in front of them, and Doug Peterson that should be able to prepare them for this. Like, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. He should be able to prepare them to get the right mindset for this game too.
Yeah.
Seems like they're also able to bounce back.
Yeah, because
Eagles versus Bills. Oh, lordy loud.
we already been talking about them frauds last week.
I mean, is this really a discussion, bro?
I wanted to.
Unless-
this is why.
unless
Let me set
Rob
it up.
wants
Let me
the
set it up.
Bills
Talk
win.
to me.
You know, I like to set up the topics before
Talk
we
to
get
me.
into them.
Mhm.
For this one here, the reason why is because I feel like this is a good matchup because I think if the Bills win,
Mhm.
that
It
a
gives
lot
them
of the
some
mainstream media will
Yeah.
provide, like Stevie just said, that legitimacy.
Yeah.
They'll get. I think they're 500 right now, and
Hovering around.
they are. What did we say this last year too, or has it just been this year where we're like it has a high potential of a dumpster fire? I think that's just because
No,
of what
just
we
this
said in
year.
the
I think
beginning of
maybe
this
just
year
this year,
with
yeah.
It was
Stephon
just this year.
Diggs.
Yeah,
Unless you're elite, an elite team, right?
yeah.
You can't be a contender for over 4 years straight. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
No, you can for sure.
You have your little time span, and then something's got to give. I
Yeah.
think I think a
Something
couple
gave so far for them.
of weeks ago, Stevie was calling for Sean McDermott to have some responsibility in this,
Yeah.
and calling for his job.
What game was that?
So-
Well, I mean,
With this writing,
yeah.
the Bills, they have Josh Allen continuing to be able to still turn over the ball, and
Uh-huh.
people are just saying that's just who he is.
yes,
But it's like
even though
no,
his
no.
Jets game was good, but bro, that was the Jets. And
It's
it was
unacceptable.
Like, yeah, the first time you still had 3 turnovers against the Jets.
Right.
So-
you had no option but to be better this time.
Right.
So the QB is kind of in question as to change.
right.
Can you change?
Right.
Yeah.
Or are you still gonna be this gunslinger Brett Favre shit who he won a ring, but he won one.
He could have had more.
He
Yeah.
should have had more if he's so great.
Right.
The same way that people are talking about Josh Allen, you should have more.
Mm.
Hopefully by the end of your career.
He should have made a Super Bowl at least at this point. You
At
feel me?
least.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's been in the AFC Championship game.
Just one
He was.
in their
Who?
big window of winning the
Kansas
division.
City, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That was the
No,
one before.
yeah, that was the only one they made though.
Yeah,
No, I
that's-
don't think it was the AFC Championship game.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Because they played the
It
Eagles that
was.
year.
No,
AFC.
that was
No.
the year when they played the Bucks.
That was the year they played the Bucks. Yes.
Yeah.
Because Dawson Knox had like 2 touchdowns that game.
No,
I
that
think.
was the Gabe Davis game.
Oh,
He
it
had
was
like
the Gabe
He had
Davis,
like 3
Gabe
or
Davis
4.
game.
He had
Yes,
like
it
3 or 4 or
was.
something like that.
Yes,
bro.
it was.
They would have won. and
Dawson Knox got the one. Like they lost by 3, I think.
That
didn't
was-
they?
They
So-
lost in OT.
So in 2021,
You should be able to score on a field goal. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that bullshit.
AFC Championship game. hmm
I remember that bullshit.
And it wasn't, and that wasn't the game where he had 3. This was the year
Oh, that's
before
a
that.
Yeah,
So
that
that was
is
the
a
year
different.
before.
And then they
game.
face each other again,
Damn.
and
So
then
that was
happened.
what 20 or 22.
Maybe the next year may have not even been the AFC Championship then, because they
No.
played the Bengals and lost the AFC
So
Championship.
it was AFC Championship, and then I think the next one was they were 1 game away from the AFC, and then
Mhm.
that's when the Chiefs and the Bengals.
That was when it was the OT
so
game then.
So when they were 1 away from the AFC Championship, was that
That
the
was-
Bengals
No,
or was that Tampa?
that
No,
was
Tampa's
the
in the
Rams.
NFC.
My bad. Fuck, my bad.
That was the
Uh,
Rams year,
22.
21. That would be, well.
I'm talking about- I'm talking
that
about-
would be 22 then. Actually,
Okay.
that would be 22.
Okay.
yeah. It'd be
Okay.
22. 22.
Yeah,
would've
'cause
I
you
been-
think
guys won
2021 that's Buccaneers. 2022 is
22
us,
was the Rams. Yeah,
and that's
Yeah.
when
it would have been 22.
Joe Burrow beat
Yes,
the
the
Chiefs, and
Yes.
the Chiefs just beat the
Chiefs beat
the
the
Bills
Bills.
in that type
Yes,
of way
yeah,
with OT.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
okay, we were speaking about the QB. Their head coach is in a flux now. He's starting to
Right.
get questions at least.
'Cause
Right.
at this
And then
point,
also-
it's- yeah.
Your wide receiver, and it feels like internally that there's some frustration.
frustration for sure.
For sure.
In there.
There has to be.
There's not one thing to point to, but as a whole team,
Mm.
they definitely have to do better.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a lot riding on this game because they're
The
gonna
Eagles
be
team is
in
not
the
having
Eagles'
those type of
house.
issues right now either.
The Eagles are, of course, a huge contender.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They just came off of a pretty tough win.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tape.
And if they looking at
You got to win this game.
if they looking at the Chiefs and how they won that game, they're looking at you like fucking food.
Could you imagine them
realistically.
going under 500?
Yes. This year, yeah.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. Can you see it? I'm saying. Can you imagine them going under 500?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with the talks that they're having in the beginning of the season about this team, and it's just that's a dumpster fire
Because
right
everything's
there.
about to everything's about to crash and burn.
window
This is
had-
the game that dictates
they
if everything's
missed-
about to fuck up
They
or
missed
not.
the window,
It's a big
and then
deal.
on top of that, it's like because of that, everybody there is looking around like, "Yo, bro, we should have already won."
Well, Josh Allen is the window
Yeah,
in theory, right?
you're
But if he's unable to
Yeah.
change,
I mean,
then that kind
I
of
see
stuff.
what
yeah,
you s- I-
you're right. He's
Josh
the
Allen
window,
is the window.
but if he
I see what you're
doesn't
saying.
fix that turnover issue, the window is fucked. Yeah, unless their defense becomes number 1 in the league again. Like
Right.
when they were the top 3 defense, that's when it didn't matter how much you turned the ball over, because if you have a top 3 defense, they're taking the ball and getting points on their own too. But when they're playing 13th defense and he's still like the 13th defense is not going to help him.
So as you can see, this is why we're talking about this topic because there's a lot to say. It's more of a Bills topic, but
Yeah.
but the reason is because
Because this is really more
high
This is more
expectations
of a testing point for them, really. The
turning
Eagles
into
have shown
this-
who they are.
you have to win this game. And here's the thing: if the Eagles lose, nobody's saying anything bad about them.
No, for sure.
Shouldn't be.
There should be a fashion
should
of how
not
it is
be.
because I hear a lot of people questioning because
They're not blowing teams out.
well not just that but
Oh my
Their
God! Nobody says
QB
that about the Chiefs.
Yeah, they're still trying to question Jalen Hurts too.
it's their QB being MVP talks when he has I think it said a 15-9 TD to interception ratio.
Without rushing touchdowns added though, might we want to point that out too? You feel me?
True.
Because he still has like 8 to 10 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, that tush push is amazing, man.
And on top of that,
Hey, stop this! 1 yard line.
I think the biggest thing for that one, somebody said, like, if we're gonna talk about MVP, like, give it to Jason Kelsey because he does run the offense in a way, and also
If there's any
the way that he's
position
able to get that tush push.
I feel you, but
Yeah.
if there's
It's the
any-
most OP play in the
For
book,
real.
and it's a combination of him and Jalen. Don't get me wrong,
As-
No, it
but
is.
based on this season, if any
think that is funny,
position
though, a
that's
center.
not a quarterback doesn't get the MVP, it should be a receiver.
it should be Tyreek
yeah.
Yeah.
especially if he reaches 2,000.
Or
for
AJ.
Or
Because
what is
AJ
it? AJ's at 14-13.
He was.
He is at
AJ
14-13.
AJ's been going. it should be one of those two guys if it's not a quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
He was looking really good peppering and shit, but this last game brought him down pretty hard.
Fair.
Yeah,
but-
I hear you, but I mean,
If
let's not kill him.
No, but this is
I'm,
why.
I'm not
But this
saying
is why.
I'm not saying you're killing him for
No,
it, but like
I'm not saying I am either.
voting wise,
I don't think you say I am.
Come on,
This is why though,
Talk to me.
because if you're gonna be not a quarterback, you got to have a fucking perfect season. Even Cooper Cup didn't win
Yeah.
it, and he had
That's for
literally
sure.
triple
Triple
crown
crown,
type
yeah.
shit. Not over 1,900 yards.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know if we have to say too much about the Eagles. We kind of
Well-
talked about them in the beginning.
One
I
thing
think-
I guess I have to say is like
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess with the criticism with Jalen Hurts, like, bro, it really just reminds me.
What is the criticism first? Can you,
Well,
can you say the define
the
that first?
criticism is Jalen Hurts is pretty much underperforming, bro. That's really what the criticism.
Can't we say
kinda
that
is.
about a lot of quarterbacks though that
Wait,
are
wait.
still having a very successful season?
I don't think they think that he's underperforming.
They don't think he's doing enough or living up to whatever hype they believe he should be putting out, and it's like
I think he
bro,
should be having a better season.
What's a better season
what-
though?
based
Not
on
9 picks.
What? Okay,
We
but
can say that about a lot of people
Mahomes
though.
has 8.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's having a
I
great
mean,
season
like,
either, though.
Like I'm gonna put it this way. I'm not gonna even say I'm not saying he's this guy, but there's a guy I watched for 20 years, and even he could have a game where he had 230 yards passing, and they still won the game by 20 points, and niggas would still say, "Oh, Brady didn't do enough." Da 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 da. He still ended up back in that goddamn Super Bowl. My nigga understood what moments were, and that he didn't have to have a 345 passing yard game every game in order to get back to what the big picture was. Jalen Hurts, clearly, I feel like he's understand that a lot more this year, because this year they've already had the Super Bowl experience. This year, they're still managing to win games, even though they're not blowing out teams. Last year was when they were having all the blowouts. I think this year he has an understanding that he doesn't need to do too much in every game in order to win. He just needs to do what's required. When it comes to that part of the season, the postseason,
That's not MVP. But,
He-
but I'm
he
saying
can-
that's not
he can-
MVP. Doing what you're
he can
required.
elevate his
That's
But
not
play.
damn, that's
MVP.
why playing the right way.
this
is
is
not
what
winning an
Tom
MVP.
Brady literally did, though,
no,
and
yeah.
he still won
That's
multiple
different, though.
MVPs.
But he, for him though, in those MVP seasons, he was putting up crazy numbers.
Not every game, though.
It doesn't.
I
It doesn't need to
agree.
be every game. But Jalen Hurts isn't putting up
He's
crazy
ha-
numbers for the whole season
He,
so far.
but we're saying the same thing though. Neither
Right.
guy did it every game each season. Like I just said, Tom Brady could have games where he had 230 passing yards, but the run game was a main factor that day. So why do I need to throw for 400? Jalen Hurts has the same shit going on with his run game. They just had over 100 rushing yards with the Chiefs. Their run game definitely plays a factor in their team too. So, and he's also a part of the run game. I'm not saying as much this year as last year because he's not with his injuries, but he's still a part of the run game. He still has rushing touchdowns this year.
I just think it's his whole team. Not because we're changing the
That's
discussion from the matchup to now like just Eagles, and it seems like the quarterback is not on the complete high horse that he was going into the season. But I
No,
do believe
he
that he
wasn't.
concreted that he is a top 5 quarterback, maybe even top 3 in this league right now. Because I'm gonna be honest with you in this way, even though he
9-1
does have 9 picks, he's very
He's still
consistent,
9-1.
sound, and it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's not
Yeah.
but your whole team does play a part in that.
Agreed.
And I'm not gonna just hold him to that too.
No.
But they
But if
win
we just talk about Patrick Mahomes and
Yeah.
his situation, right?
he just
Yeah.
went against a top 5 defense without his tight end though.
with
too,
film,
bro.
with film against them.
Yeah, he just went to his
Who?
top 5 defense with no Dallas Goddard.
Oh, come on, Dallas Goddard. I like
Are
Dallas
you
Goddard, but it's
serious?
not. It's not the
Dallas
same.
Goddard's really a big part
You
of
still
their
have
offense, bro.
Smith. He was more last year. This year,
Who's
no.
their tight end outside of Dallas Goddard?
Oh, they have that new rookie. I forget his name.
Sure.
You
It's
gonna
with the
forget
B,
it
I
too,
think.
because Julio Jones was getting more snaps than whoever that nigga was his
All
last game.
I'm gonna side note, but it still kind of ties into it. So, Jalen Hurts over Josh Allen, right?
Certainly.
Right, Bob?
Right now, I would say yes.
Okay.
Certainly.
I just wanted to say it.
You,
I have
I
no
mean,
problem
if you
saying
think about it though, Jack Stahl.
Who the
I've never. Who's
Julio Jones was getting the snaps, brother. Julio
Okay,
Jones was getting the snaps.
But I
bro.
don't think. I think that you guys are underestimating how effective this offensive line is.
No, I hear you, but it's just
No.
all I'm saying is there's a lot of quarterbacks that are putting up basic numbers and having a very successful season going on right now. That's all I'm saying.
I think that
Because we could say that about Brock Purdy. We could say that about Tua. We could say that about
I would more so say it on Tua, probably.
right Tua. Trevor's actually playing out of his mind. Though.
His numbers probably are better than those.
A third one.
all right, how
I'm
about
just
this?
saying.
Let me say this much. The Eagles team
Yeah.
is a much better team than the Bills.
Without
Yes.
a question, bro.
All right.
Without a question.
So what I mean by this is Josh Allen, if he did have two to three running backs to rely on
Mhm.
that are going to be effective, other than just James Cook,
Or himself.
right, or himself, and then even with the wide receiving core, like this, he has Devontae Adams.
You got Stephon Diggs.
Thank you, Devontae Smith,
It's all good.
Oh.
That's what we're
AJ
here
Brown,
for.
and then you only have Stephon Diggs on the other side, right?
Yeah.
And then he focuses on his tight ends in Kincaid and Dawson Knox, which
I think the
hasn't
tight
been there,
ends would
basically.
probably be the only strength for the Bills over the Eagles.
For
Probably.
sure.
yeah. So what I'm saying is that, and maybe this is just his play style,
Mhm.
but because it has been consistent in that way throughout
Yeah.
his whole tenure,
Yeah.
is he does play hero ball.
Yeah.
And meanwhile,
He
Jalen
plays
Hurts
it the right way though.
No, wait,
It's not
yeah.
always the
Listen,
right way.
this last part. But Jalen Hurts can just play sound and make the right plays,
Yeah.
and he doesn't need to play hero
even
ball
if he has to
to
use
get
his
wins.
legs.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jalen Hurts plays hero ball the right way.
Josh.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Josh
You're
Allen
talking
plays
about
hero
Josh.
ball.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts just
can
plays
use his
the right
legs,
way,
and
Yeah.
he
very
doesn't feel
sound.
like hero ball all the time.
And they also have, well, they even have a new offensive coordinator, and look what they're able to do. Still win games.
Shit, Jalen Hurts actually slides. When you see Josh Allen slide,
Never.
Never.
I mean, he does slide, but like comparatively,
Very
never. So what I am trying to say though is that when you have to play hero ball, the turnovers are expected, but to the extent that Josh Allen is doing it this year, of course, that's a red flag.
Right.
But with Jalen Hurts, I get it. I understand. He looks great. I just think that, and here's the thing though too, he's just bombing that bitch out to AJ Brown, and they're good passes though too.
Yeah.
it was Devontae this last game.
The whole thing is to what? Give your receiver a chance.
Right.
Yeah,
And both of those receivers can go and get it.
Right.
yeah.
Stephon Diggs, I think he's a little undersized. Even Devontae is just longer.
No, I won't say he's undersized.
Him and Devontae are about the same.
To go
height,
and get
aren't
it?
I won't say Stephon Diggs is undersized.
To go and get it?
No, because
AJ Brown's a beast.
they? No, but I
even
mean,
yeah, and even AJ Brown's not the tallest. I think Stephon Diggs might still have more height than AJ Brown.
and
No,
I think
no,
that
no, I
nah,
don't
but I
think so
think the
at all.
prime example.
No?
I
I
think
don't think so. I'll
I
look.
think AJ's only like 6 foot, and Stephon's like 6'2".
6'1". No,
But still-
Stephon's like 5.
No,
But
Ten,
still,
I think.
but bro, hold on. What I'm trying to say is if you're a go getter, you're a go getter. Because clearly Tyreek is a go getter, and it doesn't
Oh, he's
matter.
6 foot.
Yeah, I was like, ain't no way.
6 foot, 6
So I
foot
mean,
1.
does height have a factor to do with it? Yes, but if you're gonna play and put your body on the line and go get every fucking ball that's
I
thrown
don't think
to
Stephon.
you gonna
height
play and get
holds
every
him
ball.
back, though.
Right, I'm just saying
Yeah.
though, like the
Listen.
height is like I'm not saying it's an excuse. It does play a factor, but like
But in
Tyreek
these-
is a
in
main
these-
example
in
of
these two guys. I don't think
of a
it
go getter
matters.
that's about 5'8".
AJ is 226 and Stephon
He's probably like
is
216.
191.
Holy
So he got
shit.
30 pounds on him.
He got Stephon's a slippery.
At 6 foot,
Stephon's a
One
slippery
one
dude.
inch taller, 30 pounds heavier.
that's crazy.
AJ get yards after catch. Stephon is just a slippery ass dude.
Yeah.
Like niggas miss tackles on Stephon Diggs,
Stephon
bro.
Diggs,
For
yeah.
sure, for sure.
I mean, here's the thing. I think they both got good teams. I
Yeah.
definitely think the Eagles are a much better team, especially their
Yes.
line.
Yep.
I think that's a huge strength on both sides of the ball.
And
So what
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know
say
what
is
the
that
Bills line is going to do with this Eagles D line because
yeah, we'll see about that.
yeah, we
So-
got to see how that.
So
look.
again, with my Jalen Hurts concept is it's the same thing kind of with Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
It's that you have a great team around you.
he does.
How good are you actually if you're missing just a couple of the main things? Like Patrick Mahomes
Well.
missing Tyreek Hill, fucking won a Super Bowl.
Well,
Yeah.
let's put it this way.
And that's like I think the only line that I want to draw in between the two.
I hear what
Because
you're saying.
every single year it's a little bit different. And then I'll finish on this.
Mhm.
Like with Cam Newton, right?
Yeah.
He was everybody voted him number 1 in the whole NFL.
Yep.
And then look where he is now. But guess what? Honestly, he
Sitting
was
with
number 1 in the
Krishan
NFL
talking-
until he got injured. So that's my like last little piece on
Yeah.
that. But yes, Josh Allen is not as good as Jalen Hurts right now, of
Right.
course.
Eagles. You?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles too. And like even how you were saying about wait, repeat what you just said again, bro.
What about this last part?
Yeah.
said
That
Josh
Cam Newton.
No, before the Cam Newton part.
I was talking about their. You were kind of mentioning the trenches and their line,
Okay.
but I was just saying how the Eagles' offensive line is a huge key in their success.
It is. It is.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. And even for like it's been a huge thing, but it's like we can't discredit them because it's their strength when Mahomes has been able to have a good line. Josh Allen's line isn't the best, but he's still been able to produce with his line as well.
But if he had a better line, like I don't even give a shit about the weapons necessarily.
Yeah.
I give a shit that fucking the Eagles' line is just gnarly.
Yeah.
And
is.
and the two that are highlighted is Kelsey and Johnson.
Yeah.
But then they also have, I think his name is
One of
Mailata.
One of the guards, yeah.
And that guy is awesome.
Yeah, because Lane Johnson is the right tackle. One of the guards, they're pretty light.
So again, I just think that, with their line, and I'm not gonna hound somebody like, oh, if that wasn't there, like you're ass. He's not ass. He's a great quarterback,
This
and
is
he's
what
just
I,
getting better.
This is what I
So
wanted
we'll
to
see.
say. Because all right, how you were saying how these guys can perform without all their pieces. All right, Jalen Hurts just beat Mahomes with no Dallas Goddard. What do you think Mahomes would look like if he didn't have his Kelsey there?
Ran around like a chicken with his head cut off. That's for sure. Trying
With
to make
the-
something.
all right,
happen.
with the
Probably-
with the current receivers he has right
Trying
now.
to make
Wait,
something
hold
happen
up.
for
Yes.
sure.
You're exactly right. I think
Right.
he's looking like the Bucks game. That he's making plays, he's doing the most, and it's just going through people's hands, and it's like
Yeah.
we
Getting
gotta get this
40
guy some help.
yards, scrambling, and trying to hope somebody catches the ball.
Because
bro.
who's the second best tool on that team?
Rasheed
Pacheco.
Rice?
No, Pacheco.
Pacheco.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
Second
definitely
best
saying
tool.
If
yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
about receivers, so I can see
tools.
where that kind of
If
comes
we're
in.
saying
but yeah, it's
tools all
Pacheco.
around, yeah. But yeah.
And with the Eagles and Bills,
Mm.
I think we're all unanimous on this one that the
Yeah.
Eagles should win this, and the Bills will go off and
Continue
That
that
was out
dumpster
of
fire
nowhere.
for them boys.
Man.
No,
Yeah.
it was okay. Bro.
it'll light it, and like the Joker lights that fucking all that money on fire in the
In
Dark
hospital?
Knight too.
Yeah. When he blew up the hospital.
Well,
he's
blew up the
walking away.
hospital, or
Straight
he's
like
fucking
that.
lights all the
Half
money
his
on fire.
fucking face gone.
He's like, my money. He's like, you just care about money.
Nigga
Yeah.
called Batman.
All them things, man. This is gonna be the Bills after this game a little
Yeah.
bit.
Man.
They're gonna
We gonna be smoking Bills pack after this, my boy.
Bank-
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Bankrupt.
tough one.
be watch them win. All right,
Um,
Gittin.
If
Why
they
do we
win,
do the
it's
damn
cheating.
show in the first place, man?
The NBA, baby.
The
What we
NBA,
talking
baby. We
about?
back in
What
this
we
here.
talking about?
The NBA season. Let me say this much.
Talk to me.
Maybe we can start off with this. What do you guys think about the NBA tournament so far? The in-season tournament.
I just love the intensity.
cooking.
I love the competitiveness. I love the
Yeah.
courts.
it's been some
I love
been
everything
good
about it. So
energy.
I love everything about it so far.
So you
I
love
wasn't
it.
fucking with it at first.
How about
I
you?
love it. I love it.
I'm fucking with it so far. Good energy, good competition, good. Everybody, niggas are elevating their play for the moment. There are guys taking seriously getting the prize and shit. And like realistically, if you win the tournament and then go deep in the playoffs and like really do something, that should say a lot about your team and just everything like that. So it's like you really getting some bragging rights if you take this shit serious, bro.
You're completely right. You're completely right. This is my opinion on it. Is that I like it a lot, and this is why. I'm in the office, and we're fucking talking about the in-season tournament. And that's the whole reason why this is here, is to have more conversation, more coverage.
Yeah.
And now when that tournament happens, dude, that's going to be some good fucking ratings. And it's going to matter to the fans. At least for me, I'll watch it and I'm ready. I want to see who wins that shit.
Even realistically, let's be honest. Like, I watch games this early in the season because I do fuck with my team like that. But let's be for real. How many people would be paying attention to as many games this early in the season too?
True.
Like, it just like
True.
The NBA did it.
I still don't
right
fuck with
by
the courts.
What?
It depends
It's
on
kinda
the
tough.
team. It depends on the team as far as the courts
Have you
go.
seen ours?
Theirs is hard.
Ours is fucking amazing.
But I don't know if that court you showed me is your tournament court though.
No, it's red and white.
Yeah. Okay.
Still,
I like our tournament court though.
that fucking
You can't go wrong with the purple and gold.
Yeah,
nigga.
but all the, man, let me not say that.
It's the purple through the
no,
middle.
I
You can't
know.
go
I
wrong with
know.
it,
I know.
bro.
I was just about to say a joke, but I didn't want a certain group of individuals on their ass like that. So
Oh, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
I'll text
Yeah.
it to you.
Mhm.
But yeah,
So I'm still going to say it, but in private.
but yeah, I like it. I like it.
I like it
I
a
like
lot,
it a
too.
lot.
All right, so that's just for that. I just wanted to establish that. Now,
Yeah.
Timberwolves.
One thing, I just hope they keep raising the money every year. That would be so hard.
That'd be sick.
500,000 this year, $1 million next year, 5 million next year after
damn,
that.
5
Well,
million.
I'm just saying.
No,
bro,
he
Matt
said,
fucked
he
it. We
said,
playing
he
for
said
5
he's
million.
only raising it by 500,000. He didn't say 5
No, but
million.
everybody get
Yes.
the 500,000.
They could
But bro,
find it.
you're
Find it.
signing
Get it.
TV
Fundraise
deals and
something.
getting extra money through the
Something.
TV deals each year. You can afford it for one team.
For
You're
real.
only
5
doing
mil?
it for the one team.
I say 1 mil. I see it.
Only
become
one
mil
team
next
is
year.
getting
1-2
that
mil, find
big
it. That's
ticket
all I'm
like
trying to
that.
say. Find it.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting to pick up the money.
Mhm.
All right.
Because it's there.
Our first matchup here for this upcoming week: Timberwolves at Kings at Timberwolves.
Oh, some Timberwolves are at home.
Let me give a breakdown here.
Talk to me.
Anthony Edward has been continuing to rise and becoming a superstar with his new shoes, with his new ads, with a lot of the campaigns that he's doing. He's becoming more of a face of the league.
You probably
which
didn't
is
see it. Did you see his Funny Marco interview?
Anthony Edwards.
I
has
seen
one?
it.
Yeah.
No,
With
I
Funny
didn't see
Marco,
that.
bro, that's the it's
did
just
not
so
see that.
it's so awkward
awesome.
and funny
I
as
didn't know you
hell.
had
No, it's awesome.
Bro, funny.
It's like I was only like 12 minutes in, and then I got
When
how to
that
do
come
other
out?
things. But yeah,
this week.
probably
Okay.
this week.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Bro.
I didn't even know that. I'll have to look at that.
So Ant doing well, doing so well that who's even talking about Cat? Doing so well that who's even talking about Rudy Gobert fucking shit up and making another NBA locker room
Well,
trash.
I've heard more positive talks about Rudy this year.
This year,
if
for
anything.
sure.
Absolutely, and I think
If
that
we're being honest.
all plays to the new play style
Mhm.
of what
Yeah.
they're trying to do, and McDaniels is back
Yeah, Jaden
because he
McDaniels
got
is
hurt last
back. He
year.
got hurt
That's
at
a
the end
big
of the
deal.
year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I just think that this team in general has been, of course, making steps in the right direction here.
Yeah.
They're kind of speaking about rumors about Cat getting traded, who wants to take on that contract,
Okay.
but also
Where?
what can they bring back? I don't care about where. Well, that could be another topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then of course, you have the Kings, another rising team with more stuff to prove.
De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis. I mean, we talked
Malik
about them
Monk.
already, but yeah, let's be honest. We didn't give their
They're doing their stuff.
role players like a lot of credit this last time we spoke on them either.
Nah, but I
The
mean,
role
Keegan
player-
Murray's fucking amazing off the
But
bench.
Kevin
Davion
Kevin
Mitchell.
Horter's been balling
Kevin
too,
Horter
bro. He's
still-
had some solid
I thought
games
Kevin
with-
Horter started.
He's a starter, but he's a role player, bro. Let's give
Okay.
you
I
stats.
see what
He's a
you're
role
saying. Yeah,
player.
yeah.
I'm just saying the role players in general.
I think that team, they
JaVale
just run.
McGee.
Yeah.
They run you out the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're going up against a Timberwolves team that
Yeah.
again just ant.
You know they have
That's-
Chris
that's
Durant
the
too.
headline.
on the Kings.
Yeah,
Duarte.
Duarte. My bad. They have Chris Duarte too.
He's
Duarte.
Yeah, because I was like,
He's a solid role player.
Nah, but I'm just like, damn, Indiana let him go. That's crazy, bro.
It's
Because he
Indiana.
was like,
Yeah, like what a good like month.
but it was just
It's
like, oh,
Indiana.
he's gonna be something in Indiana.
It's the
Rick,
Pacers.
you know, how
He
Rick
just-
Carlisle,
I think he just
This,
had
that,
like a
and the
good
other.
month.
they
or
literally
something.
gave up Sabonis. It is what it is. It's a Pacers. But
Yeah.
for
Okay.
me,
Yeah, who you got?
I'm kind of leaning the Timberwolves. I'll say this because of this reason.
They're at home.
For me,
They're undefeated at home, I believe
It's
too.
not even because of the home factor. It's more so because I feel like I've seen the Kings, even though they're as good as they are, they've still been slacking some of these games. Some of these games they only take kind of serious unless they're playing the Lakers or a certain team. If you get what I'm saying, you feel me?
I think they're in their
But-
division, right?
that is
No,
true, 'cause
yes,
we
you're
beat 'em,
right.
'cause we
But
beat 'em
the
twice.
Kings have played some games that they still you would expect them to win, and they didn't win, and they were against lesser teams too. But they wake up for the Warriors and the Lakers and like certain teams like that. You get me? So it's like that's my only pushback with them, and it's like I don't know what. Even though I'm understanding what the Timberwolves have been showing us so far this year, I don't know if the Kings are coming to this game and giving the Kings that respect, or if they're just looking like, oh, it's just Cat and Rudy and So I'll go with the Timberwolves because the Timberwolves, they've been playing as good as it gets so far in the Western Conference, bro. They earn their respect so far.
Stevie's picking the number one seeded in the Western Conference Timberwolves right here. Gifton,
Yeah.
who do you got? They're also Timberwolves, like I
The
mentioned
Kings
beforehand,
did win their game against the Mavericks, though, like I did say they would.
undefeated at home, 7-0 at home.
Mm.
They're playing at home again.
I think I'm gonna
What do
have
you
to go with the Timberwolves as well, only because I think, like I said, this is the year that
Fuck
we
you
see.
guys.
I'm just saying, this is the year we see Ant finally take them steps. We're finally seeing the offense just run through Anthony, and he can pretty much just do whatever
Yeah,
it is that he
'cause
wants
his
to do.
playmaking-
Which they should have made that decision probably like a year ago,
I
2
don't think it
years
was
ago.
that, but I think also this year his playmaking has definitely made steps in the right direction.
One,
for sure.
yeah.
He's definitely
Yeah.
seeing the court.
So
a lot
I mean,
better, too.
it's you're getting 30, you're averaging what 6 assists, plus you're playing,
in that
you're
range,
plus you're
yeah.
2-way 2.
Yeah.
All right, bro, give me Ant for this one.
Uh,
Mainly just because of Ant, bro.
Hate you guys, because to make the show interesting, I'm gonna go ahead and do the Kings. I've been on the Timberwolves for a cool last minute.
Yeah.
Mentioning how even Cat did he turn a corner in that second half of last season,
Yeah.
trying to inspire the team, saying that they are a keyword resilient. Of course, that didn't really end up going
It
too
didn't
well.
go that way
But they
last year.
did win two. I believe was it one or two? No, just one game
No,
against the
they
Nuggets,
beat the
but put up a
Nuggets
good.
One
just
game
once.
against the
But
Nuggets.
they
put up a
beat the
good thing.
Nuggets this year for their first loss too.
And there you go. And with
It
that
means
being
something
said, the Kings, on the other hand, I think they have more depth, a little bit more chemistry.
Yeah.
They can transition. They can catch you off guard at home.
Their fast break
If
is
they
ridiculous.
start getting it rolling.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
a lot of different scoring options. They can do it in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
We kind of mentioned just Ant. It seems like they're one-dimensional. What happens if you take him away? Can they take him away
That's
with
fair.
the people on their team? I believe that they can, just with their quickness, their ability to
Yeah,
switch. I
'cause
think Keegan Murray can do
Running just
a
the way
little
they
bit
run
on him
down
too
the
because of how
court.
long he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big guard. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with it and be with the Kings.
And no, even with you saying that too, I was like, I'm gonna be honest. This whole time, I was like, even kind of confused. I was like, what position is Keegan Murray?
Isn't he a
playing?
small
I'll look it
forward?
up. He could be a small forward, but basketball
know.
nowadays positionless. But
Yeah,
I'll take
I
a
was
look.
like,
I think
don't
he is a
know,
guard
bro. I
though.
was like, what position?
I think
does
you
this dude
consider
play,
him a
bro?
shooting guard.
6'7" shooting guard. That's fucking insane.
Okay.
Fourth overall, 6'8", small forward, power forward.
Okay, I was finna say, like, bro, 6'8" shooting guards. is
They have
insane.
him at the 4 then too, though.
No,
Starting.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because
it's
Harrison Barnes bum ass playing. the
Harrison Barnes, yeah.
Right now he's shooting
Damn, so it's De'Aaron.
29% from
so
three.
It's De'Aaron, Kevin
De'Aaron,
Herter,
Kevin
Harrison, Keegan Murray, Sabonis.
Malik Monk 6 man.
We'll see how it
I'm
goes. man.
surprised they're not starting Malik Monk.
No, don't. I mean, like we just said, given the lineup we just gave for the starters.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lineup though. But
Let
I
him-
mean,
he can be the sixth man. for
the
sure.
only firepower on there really is
Because
just
who's a guard like considering Malik could be a starting guard on most teams? What other guard do you have like that coming off your bench anyways? Like he can run that unit. Bro.
yeah. I was gonna say they thought it was Davion Mitchell, but not really.
He's not
Still, while they
that
didn't
guy.
keep Halliburton, but okay.
Let's see
Yeah,
here.
I guess maybe Sacramento wasn't the place for him because look what he's doing in Indy. But damn, if you had De'Aaron
Yeah.
Fox and Tyrese Halliburton
They ain't even
now,
we haven't even mentioned Mike
Maybe
Conley.
it was more so Pacers.
because I
wanted
mean,
to-
what? Because
maybe
Mike
it was
is
more
just
so the Pacers wanting to get off Sabonis.
true. Yeah,
But Mike Conley, I still respect Mike Conley, and he's also had his role on this squad too. No, he's not the starter that we saw him as on the Memphis Grizzlies,
Right.
but he's he's transitioned to being a solid backup point guard now.
Yeah.
He still defends, he still shoots the three, he still does
just
what
kinda
you need
took
him to
like
do.
a-
He's
like
just
a-
not
Yeah.
at the same level as he was
He took
7 years ago.
He took like a
maybe.
Tyus Jones role. Like, come in, you're gonna play the right way. I'm gonna get my
Yeah,
shots. I'm gonna get everybody
but
else their
again,
shots,
remember,
and I'm gonna play defense.
He also had to be. He also was able to live in his time where he was a guy. Tyus Jones.
No, he
never-
was. No, I'm just saying he
Tyus
was.
Jones never.
But like
reached
when
that
I
height.
think of Mike Conley right now, I'm thinking of like just
He's a
come in,
backup.
play the right way, get what you can, get everybody else involved.
I mean, that's what he is. But I would never say he's a Tyus Jones. He's reached higher heights than Tyus Jones could ever have so far. Really,
yeah.
I wouldn't call him a Tyus Jones personally.
De'Aaron Fox
I hear you.
had an ankle injury. He only played 8 games so far.
He
They're
missed
2 and
games?
3.
Is he still out?
Yeah, they're 2 and 3 while he's out.
Huh?
He missed the Laker game.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
huh?
ass nigga.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was out.
Me either.
This
bro.
is 10
Like,
days ago.
Still out. Wow.
Seriously.
No, I think he's here. I think he's back.
Okay.
But yeah, he's played only 8 games.
Okay.
Let's
didn't
see.
know that,
Let me look
but-
at the last Kings game here. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna check out the last Kings game while we get into this next one. I'll get this
Yeah.
start off. Thunder versus 76ers, man. The Thunder are the 2nd seed in the Western Conference here, facing the 76ers, who, let's see where they are in the
They're first,
Eastern
if I'm not
Conference.
mistaken.
I
No,
aren't
they're
they?
5th.
Top.
They're 5th.
Whoa.
Who's first then?
Wait, hold
Celtics,
up.
probably.
There's a 4-way tie for 2nd seed
What the fuck?
in the Eastern Conference. All 10-5 here. Magic, Bucks, Heat, 76ers.
And niggas
Wow.
tried to look at us crazy because we lost to the Magic.
I'll still look at you crazy.
Better record than you.
They're
Who?
tied. They're
Who?
literally tied for second. It's a 5-way tie
Their
for
seed
second.
is higher.
You son of a bitch. We're 9-1 in the last 10 games.
I know. I did see. I saw that today
I
too.
did see
Talking
that
about
too,
the Heat,
yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
But yes, it's Thunder versus 76ers here. Gifton, who do you have against this? Seems to be a powerhouse. Should be fun to see Skinny Chet Holmgren against big ol' Joel Embiid. But they're saying Chet's not really a center. He's more of a power
Power
forward
forward.
type thing. But anyway,
Don't tell me they got fucking Pokashevsky playing center.
I don't know.
That's
I didn't
that's
see
tough.
that. I haven't seen that so far.
For this game though, honestly, man, give me the 76ers only because Tyrese Maxey has been going crazy.
Indeed.
Tyrese Maxey has finally, they're finally letting Tyrese. That's the dumb thing about Nick Nurse. Like, if he sees the potential in it, he just kind of gives you the ball and you just go out there and do whatever it is. So that's why he's been able to get a lot of these 25, 30-point games. Him and JoJo combined for like 89 the other day or something like that, I believe. Tyrese
'cause
dropped
that was
50
when he
this
had
year
50.
already.
I think that
Like,
I think that was a game he
they
had 50
finally,
too.
he did what Doc wouldn't do for some weird ass reason. He
James
took
was-
the
James was still there.
to a certain yeah.
James
He
was still
took
there.
the restraints off Tyrese Maxey and just said, "Bro, just go hoop." And him alone is beating Shy and Josh combined.
Whew.
Him alone, yeah.
That's crazy.
He can
I don't-
outscore. Tyrese Maxey can outscore both of them. This game. for sure.
I think
I
him
think-
and
I think-
Shy
I think- I
would
think I'll
pretty
call
much be
bullshit on
right.
that.
Yeah,
Really?
I think him and Shy would be like right here with it. But
you don't
when
think
you throw in
Tyrese
Josh
has a
Giddey,
slight edge though?
see, all right,
Shy
look, no,
just
look,
put up
look,
40.
No, he doesn't.
against who?
Tyrese doesn't have an
forget.
edge because the backcourt is Shy and Josh Giddey, like we said. Who's the backcourt with motherfucking Tyrese, bro?
It's Tyrese and DeAnthony Melton, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I said him alone. I said he can outscore the both of them.
No, we can't.
Against the Bulls, he
No,
put
we
up
can't.
40. The game before that, he
Huh.
put up 28. The game before that, he put up 40. The game before that, he put up
He's
24.
not
God,
outscoring
okay,
both
alright,
those
alright.
guys.
He's
Damn.
literally averaging 30.
Damn.
I was already saying to you
And
before the
then-
pod, I would
yeah.
take Josh Giddey on my fucking team,
Yeah.
brother. He's
Well,
not
Tyrese
outscoring
still had
most of
50.
them.
No, I'm just kidding.
Tyrese had
Damn.
16 in his last game, 30. He's averaging
Probably like
26.
26.
26.
Well,
for the season. You said, oh, man, I call bullshit on that. But,
Got my ass.
yeah,
no, I respect it.
I'm still taking the Sixers though.
that's fine.
Still taking the Sixers.
I'm
I
gonna go.
respect it.
I'm gonna go Thunder though, personally. It's in OKC or not?
It is in OKC.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that's my deciding factor, but like,
It kind of is though.
no, not for me. Like the backcourt was my deciding factor.
Yeah,
really.
you're right.
For me, it was the backcourt, and then Joel. I think Joel should probably still be able to have a game, but like, I feel like
I'm off him.
the Sun.
I'm off
off him.
Joel.
I feel like the Thunder team overall, they're gonna keep the momentum they've been having already going. They've had some good wins. They beat the Warriors. They beat the. Didn't they beat the Thun? No, didn't they beat the Nuggets, bro?
No, I
Or
thought
they
they
didn't
beat
play-
Indiana in like a close ass one.
The
Like a-
Thunder?
No, Indiana. Yeah, Thunder
The
did.
Thunder. Yeah.
Didn't they beat the Pacers in like a like 137 to 1? Wasn't that the other day when Oklahoma played Indiana?
If it is,
Or was that
They beat-
Indiana and
okay,
Atlanta?
okay, I'll just tell you right now. Thunder have beaten the Bulls, the Blazers handily, the
Warriors for sure,
the
twice.
Warriors
the
again,
Warriors
Okay.
twice?
the Thunder, the
Spurs,
Spurs,
they whooped
the
the Spurs'
Suns,
ass.
and then they lost to the Kings.
They beat the Suns too.
Damn, they beat the Suns.
and the Suns
Well,
have been trending upward.
Yes,
on a
the
five-game
the
win
Suns
streak.
have trended upwards for sure.
Wow.
So,
So,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
I still got Philly.
so
I go Thunder.
I'll go Thunder. I think the reason why I'm gonna go Thunder is more because of their depth, and there's no holes in their starting five. I believe,
Aside from
their center.
no, what's the other
No,
dude's name? Jerome something.
It's two Williams. So who are you?
Jalen was it Jalen Williams?
there's two Jalen Williams.
Really?
There's two Jalen Williams on that
Their
team.
both name is Jalen Williams.
What's the one with the
shit.
afro?
It might be Jalen Williams with an afro too.
Jalen
bro.
Williams.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
That's what I'm saying. Jalen Afro. He might have the afro.
That one. It's
fucking
probably the one.
Dumb.
I don't know. Fuck one of y'all's last names.
He's the
Williams.
one that's like a big man, though, right?
Yeah, that one.
Who's their center, dude? Who plays center? Is it?
Is
it?
it? It has
is
to
it
be
him?
Chet, bro. It has to be
Chet
Chet. It's
and
not
one of the
fucking.
Williams.
It can't
I
be
mean, look at-
Jalen, bro.
They have it. They have him as power forward. I mean, you know he
Who
can
the
play.
fuck is playing
Chet's a power
center?
forward on there.
Let's see. Let me look at their starting five here.
There's no
Yeah.
way.
Thunder.
Depth chart.
Shy, Josh, Lou,
stats.
Jalen, Chet. If Jalen being the center is wild.
Yeah, seriously.
Thunder. How about this versus Bulls?
That's wild.
But I know Chet starts.
Put your big
Yeah,
ass
he
down there,
starts.
Chet.
He starts.
Okay, let me see here.
You gotta go to the box score.
Motherfucker, why doesn't it show
It's the box score.
box score?
Yeah.
Mm.
To start, they have Mike Muscala
Oh God,
starting at center.
Mike Muscala, nigga, damn.
that's crazy. I forgot he was over there.
They didn't even have
Bum.
Don't they have David Bertans too?
they didn't have Chet playing this game.
I don't think so.
He's not in Oklahoma.
I don't
Oh
think
wait,
so.
no, this is a long time ago. What the fuck?
What year is
This is 20. They're 20 and 23 during this time. I was
Nigga, how are you looking? What
I
year
don't
are you
know,
looking
bruh.
at?
Here, bro. I'm gonna just fucking pull a bleacher or something. And
Let me
take
do
a look.
this instead. This one's better.
Bleacher, it don't matter what you.
All
pull
right,
up.
here we go,
He
here
just
we go,
wasn't
here we
looking at
go.
dates.
What is it?
It's okay. Holmgren played center, and then Wallace. What Wallace? Cason
I
Wallace.
don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't even know this dude, bro. I really don't.
He was the 10th pick overall
What year?
in this last season. I mean, his is rookie
He's
season.
a rookie. Okay.
7-2-1, but he starts for them
Okay.
as a forward. Lugan Stort,
Lou Dort.
and then Josh Giddey and Shea.
Okay.
So Jalen Williams sometimes gets there.
He starts sometimes.
and starts
yeah.
as well.
But yeah, Lou
Looks like
Dort
he didn't even
definitely
play this
starts.
game.
Oh.
It was the other Williams. So I think he starts,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
Holmgren is center,
He probably played center for sure, but Williams probably. is
and
the-
Josh can
the
play.
power
Josh Giddey
forward.
can play fucking forward too. Tall ass motherfucker.
How tall is Josh
He's like
Giddey, bro?
6'6", isn't he?
Let's see,
6'5",
6'8".
Get the fuck out of here. He's
Come
6'8".
to the Lakers, my nigga.
Jesus Christ.
Saying.
I'll take Josh.
I think
And
Giddey
you're
on my
playing
squad,
shooting
bro.
guard, bro?
I think the smallest dude in this starting lineup is
Lou,
Lugan.
man.
Is
Yeah.
Lou Dort. He's 6'4", and he was playing forward.
Oh, I was like, it's not Shea, bro. Damn.
I think.
Shay's
I
what,
think Shea. I
6'5"?
think Shea might be
6'6".
6. He's 6'6".
Really?
6'6".
He does not look 6'6".
He does
doesn't,
not
bro.
look 6'6" at all, bro. Damn.
6'6", 6'8", 6'4",
That's crazy.
7 foot and what, 6'11"?
And even for Josh Giddey to be 6'8", I didn't expect.
Yeah, that's
that,
scary,
really.
bro.
I think, but I also think that Shea is on a new level. I think he has
Yeah.
a whole
Of
tempo
course,
thing.
of
He
course,
gets what
of
he
course.
wants. Who's more effective at even getting to the line, Shea or Joel? I think Shea's better at even doing that too.
Shay's the new James Harden.
I'm even gonna
not
beat you
even
at your own game.
Shay's the new James Harden. I'm not even trying to like cook him
Troll.
and say he's like on some bullshit with it, but yeah, he's getting
Anybody,
that call like
if
that.
anybody can manipulate the game
good
like
call.
that to go to the foul line pretty much anytime you want, yeah, bro, you got that.
I think for him though, James even shot more threes than Shea.
Certainly,
Yeah, for sure.
Shea
No,
literally
yes.
just gets to the basket,
Yeah.
mid-range type shit.
He's way more in the mid range.
Shay's game is more like
way more all. I mean,
Shay's
really,
game is
he's
more
way
like-
more all around.
Yeah.
like because James was, I'm gonna go to the rack or shoot a three. He literally definitely is way more all around.
And
on
it
the
was a
court, bro.
finesse. Like if James was
Yeah.
dancing, James was dancing on a three to get a step back, and get you
Yeah.
leaning a little bit, and get his shot off. Shy is
Or
more
a
like,
foul.
oh, I'm just finna see what I can do because I know I'm going to the rack either way.
I think he's getting, he's crafty and he'll get to the line in that aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the 76ers, I don't know if there's, if it's just that two-man game with Maxey and Joel, and then everybody's just complimentary, then I think that they're gonna look really good.
Mhm.
But and I think they have been doing that. But the way that Joel, in my opinion, has just been able to enforce his way onto the game, he doesn't play like a fucking enforcing big man. He's just looking for fouls. He's looking
Shooting
to get to some
jumpers.
finesse shit. Like, you need to be a powerhouse with that type of body, man. But
I mean,
so I think that they're going to be a little
that'd the
low on
shit
that
I
aspect.
didn't complained about before, not with the Joel, but someone on my own team.
Oh man, we'll get into them eventually.
Yeah.
But yes, I think I got the Thunder here. I think they're just the overall better team, more well-rounded.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it kind of goes right here going forward.
Nice little interconference matchup.
For sure.
All right,
It's gonna be a good one.
into our last one here for the NBA. We got the Bucks at the Heat's house. The Bucks having a struggling type of year to start it off. Damian Lillard
Yeah.
hasn't been exactly what they kind of pictured.
Still need some time.
They got some growing
I
pains.
think it was just figuring
growing
out,
pains.
bro.
They got
It's just
Giannis
figuring it out.
arguing with the new head coach here on the sideline.
That was something we was talking to you about though too.
Coaching,
not during the season, but before the season.
yeah, I mean, coaching is trying to establish himself. He's saying that Giannis likes to be coached, or he's coachable,
Yeah.
and then they're both, outwardly arguing on the sideline there. It wasn't anything too crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily so much of a concern that the mainstream media will pick it up.
Nah.
No,
But it has
they
been
haven't
something.
yet so far. So yeah.
So I see the Bucks, excuse me. The Bucks have been, of course, having not the best start to the season.
Right.
And
No,
even Brooke
not
Lopez
based
is
on
kind of being taken
expectations.
advantage of, even though he's doing pretty well with the blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he as effective as he was last year?
Yeah.
Another year onto his age of course,
Yeah,
it's going to be a little tough, especially later down the line, I feel
He
like.
they Al Horford now, damn near.
Pretty
low-key.
much, yeah.
He's they Al Horford
Right?
now.
And then you also have the Miami Heat. Rough start to the season.
Yeah.
9-1 their last 10 games.
Yeah,
Biggest point for them.
They've switched it up recently so far pretty well.
But not only have they been able to make up on injuries, but they've also had a rookie named, Gifton called it out, Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Yeah.
Told you.
Doing
Give him
not
Triple
only
J's name.
right, not only just playing good basketball,
Yeah.
but efficient basketball, moving the ball around. Already got the trust from head coach Eric Spoelstra. Spent 4 years in college.
Yeah.
Wow, is this rookie doing stuff that I think that will contribute in bigger time games.
Yeah. 'Cause,
He
I
went
mean,
4 for 4 from 3 today.
I feel like his college experience should be like a thing that's like not disrespected. Cause
Well, I
like,
mean, that
these days
team
when a guy
alone-
takes that much time in college, they always think there's something wrong with him.
True.
And this hasn't hindered him thus far,
Real,
bro.
before you go, Gifton, shooting over 40% from 3, 50% from the
Yeah,
field,
That's
averaging only 10 points, but he's having a way bigger role. If we're focusing on like basically the last 7 games here, he's
Mhm.
averaging about 15 and a half. It looks like on better than 50% shooting.
Mm.
So, with that being said, Gifton, who you got here? Bucks, Heat. Bucks at Heat.
Definitely taking the Heat on one. Mainly just because, like I said, I've always liked Jaime Jaquez when he was at UCLA playing with Tiger Campbell. What's bro's name? He plays for Utah. I don't remember his name. Jamie. I can't think of his name. Johnny Juzang, Tiger Campbell, and what was the power forward's name? I can't remember. But from then, he's always just been like, whoever gets this guy is really gonna like appreciate him. And then finally now he's starting to come out onto his own. It seems like Jimmy and Bam haven't missed a beat, or they're moving at the beat of their own drum right now. They feel really motivated.
Bam's out
Bam.
right now.
Bam's really, yeah.
Bam's out
yeah.
right now.
Is he?
Okay, yeah.
I thought he's playing.
No, not right now.
Huh. Hold on. Did he? When was this?
Just
Wasn't
recently.
he just playing though?
No, he didn't play today.
It was pretty recent, bro.
It was. I think he literally just didn't play today. Yeah, he didn't just play today.
Oh wow. Okay.
I forget what happened. I think it's a shoulder injury.
Oh damn.
It's not a big time thing.
Okay.
but it's
Okay.
Like shoulder injury.
But I'm taking the Heat. I like how the Heat were going. They were streaking for what I believe it was 7-8 games or something like that where they
In
were
that
winning.
range.
And then Jaime Jaquez was, like I said, was pretty much figuring out his own
Yeah,
ways too.
Because he started picking up in the ladder of
Hip.
the win streak
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, it's a hip. Okay. And then too crazy.
But when
And Donovan
AD
Mitchell
get a
didn't play
hit-
today either.
Really?
Oh, so that makes a lot of sense.
Who did the Cavs play today?
The Heat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason why I mentioned it there.
Like,
But yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah. Shout out Jaime Jaquez. Definitely taking the Heat on this one.
I think another great point in here as well, because I think the Heat have something to play for, which is,
Yeah.
hey, like we wanted Damian. Look what you guys are kind of putting up.
Yeah.
Let's
True.
fucking do it. You know
Is
what I'm
this
saying?
game? What day of the week is this game on?
This game,
Because I was wondering.
little
if
bit
this
later.
Was a tournament
I think
game.
it's over the. I think it's over the weekend.
Okay, because I just wanted to know if it was a
Tuesday.
tournament game.
Tournament game.
Ooh, that's a good tournament
NCAA
game.
tournament game,
That's
yeah.
a good
Go.
tournament
That's
game.
awesome. So with this being
The
said,
Bucks have the tournament control in their group right now too. So yeah, this would be on the. They would want. They
Yeah.
have strong incentive for
We'll
this
see.
win.
We'll see.
with this being said, I feel like that even gives the Bucks
Mm.
some of the extra points or extra motivation to do something against this game.
Right.
We got the guy that you guys wanted. Let's put it up.
Yeah.
So it should be very interesting. I think there's going to be some bad blood in here. I think there should be a lot of talking going on. I think Jimmy has
Maybe.
a wonderful game too. I hope Bam comes back so that he can hopefully put a little bit of a stop to Giannis.
'Cause who would start, Kevin
Somebody's
Love?
Gonna have to.
I don't think even Kevin Love started this time. I didn't see him play the game today.
I'm just saying for
Oh,
Bam.
shit.
If Bam doesn't come
Yeah,
back for
but
this
if he
game, who
said
starts
Kevin-
for him?
And Cody Zeller.
I don't know who started for us today.
Or do you guys not have Cody Zeller anymore?
Cody is,
No, we don't have a Cody.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Bryant. Thomas
Bryant.
Bryant.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thomas Bryant started.
Oh, so you're fine.
Yeah,
Really? You're fine,
He's
yeah.
he's
cool.
definitely
I'm
he's
not.
definitely
I'm
uh,
not. I mean,
NBA
I mean, Giannis is still gonna
NBA
be.
champ.
Giannis is still gonna be Giannis. He rode the bench. Giannis is still gonna be Giannis, but
He played, nigga.
to a certain extent, yeah. Thomas Bryant's gonna hold his own.
yeah. I don't know about holding your own,
He helped them beat the Lakers.
but he's doable. He's doable basically. I like him on our squad especially. You know, heat
Yeah.
culture type stuff.
Yeah,
You know, I don't
he
want
fits
I
the
don't want his
culture.
point always. Oh, heat culture. No, I'm saying
No,
heat culture
but
as
he
in
fits. He
you're
fits.
gonna be held
He
accountable.
fits.
Yeah.
If you're not playing well, we're gonna fucking sit your ass down, and you're gonna hear it from the rest of the squad because that's what the culture is.
We'll get in that conversation afterwards.
With everything that is happening though, we're definitely gonna need Bam.
Uh-huh.
If the Heat want to win. Looking at this game, of course, all fucking cards on the table. I am a Heat fan. You know, being at home, I think it's gonna help. You know, it's next man up with us. Duncan Robinson has been a huge upgrade this season,
Yeah.
and he's been having a lot. When him and Bam are on the court together, there's a lot of chemistry between the two, which I love. He's definitely been more consistent on the 3-point stuff.
Yeah.
And with other homie leaving, he's able to get a lot more time.
Max Strus.
Yeah.
Max Strus, yep.
Yeah.
And we played him today, and everybody was able to give him some love too. So that was pretty cool. Again,
Slap
though,
him
the
around.
Bucks just doesn't seem like they're on the right track right now. They got a couple games before then. Let's see how that kind of rolls. But I
Yeah.
think that he got something to prove, and we want to show like, hey, you got the wrong team, my friend. Even though he chose us, I say they win handily too.
Mhm. I feel you.
Bucks are in struggles.
Handily.
I feel it.
Steven.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
Ooh.
I feel it. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
opposite of you.
No, it's not even. Well, no. Well,
Nah, I'm just
I'm
playing.
not. I haven't even been on the opposite tip this whole time. I've been just picking shit. But like, for this one, like I said, I feel like the Bucks. They've already had the upper hand in the in-season tournament shit. So I feel like they're already just gonna be able to come in just with the right mindset and approach for this game. I feel like this game also, like you guys said, the Damian Lillard factor part. Yes, this is the team he may have wanted to go to, but it's still at the same time it's gonna be like, regardless of the struggles or the things that we've had to deal with this year in Milwaukee, nigga, I'm about to come out and show my ass.
Quick
in my
question: Does
playoff.
Dame still have these struggles if he's on Miami?
No.
Why?
Because the Bucks, I believe, rely on Damian a little bit more
I
than
feel
we
like-
would rely on Damian.
Yeah, maybe not. And then
It would be more
also-
of an effective lead in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that, I think that Damian runs into the other people's roles, whereas for our team, he wouldn't have. I think Jimmy would still just make winning plays. I think Bam would still have a big role, the same way he's doing right now, because there would be more of a pick and roll type of cohesion.
It's because the
the
main thing
So I
to
think
me
for us,
is
it's a
it
lot
puts
better.
Giannis off of the ball more, whereas he was more so the guy having the ball in his hands.
Isn't
before
that
Dame
kind of
came
what you
in.
want though?
Can I say something too?
Huh.
Is Giannis setting screens like that?
Not really.
really.
I don't really.
really.
He's
Bam
more-
set screens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he's not really set.
The two-man game that Dame and Giannis
could
talk about
have,
having don't
they're
have.
not doing.
They
right
do
now.
not have.
They could have
that
They
that
aren't
Jimmy and
doing
Bam, Duncan and Bam have.
Bron and AD, nigga.
Bron and AD, yeah.
Even
It's
they
just not
like
Like they don't
That was
really.
today.
they don't have like a pick and
No.
roll a pick and drive. They
Not
have like a
really.
pick and pop or
Yeah.
pick and let me kind of figure out the room here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
Giannis isn't like the jumper.
Yeah, but nah. When you really think about it, no, they don't, cause boy, I'd be abusing that shit in 2K.
Yeah.
I'd be abusing the hell out of that in 2K.
I'm trying to see how many screens per game Giannis does.
Not that many,
I feel
bro.
like he's not.
I feel like he just spaces out to the wing, and
they
then like
probably
you see,
setting Brooke Lopez or Bobby Portis for more screens.
you see
than
Bobby
him, for
Porter. Hell,
sure.
even Chris probably setting some pop screens.
Let's
Ain't
see
no
here.
telling. But yeah, because if you
Couple
said,
of flares.
because Giannis is going to the rim,
Yeah.
Chris Middleton can he can do it wherever.
Set, and then we can end it off this one. I just want to
Yeah,
see if
sure.
this is something that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
How many screens is Giannis set per game? Using NBA Muse here. Let's see if they can come through. Sorry, I can't answer that. Man, fuck you. Man.
Gotta go to Pro Football Focus or some bullshit.
Gosh, damn it.
Bitch ass niggas.
Dude, come on. Nobody has that? Is that not something that is players hustle leaders?
Interesting.
Let's see.
What is
Deflections
that?
per game, loose balls per game,
Well, I see Robert Covington.
screen
so high.
assists per game.
You know why Robert Covington's up there.
Hey, bro.
Wait, check this out. Screen assists per game. Anthony Davis is first.
Not shocking.
Sabonis,
Okay.
Gobert, Looney, Zach Collins from San Antonio. That's kind of funny. Mark Williams
Zubac?
from Charlotte. Zubac,
That's not surprising to see.
Jokic, Nikola Vucevic, Joel Embiid.
Bro, who's Vucevic on the Bulls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep. Let me see. Screen assist totals. Yeah, let's do that.
Anthony Davis.
Let's do that. And then let's see where Giannis is.
Yeah.
So Bam
Bam's probably still gonna have more
played
than
less games than a lot of these people because of his injury, of course.
Mhm.
He is. It looks like even right below Marvin Bagley the third. DeAndre Ayton.
Wow.
Bum.
Wow.
He only had 18 points today.
But these are assists, so they have to be complete.
Dominating.
So you want to have, somebody that's going to be a good ball handler. Anthony Davis at the top. Come on, let's think about it. LeBron
Right.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Kevon Looney. You're thinking
AR.
about Steph Curry.
Yeah.
D'Angelo
Chris
Russell.
Paul. Sabonis. He sets a shit ton
Malik
of screens.
Monks and De'Aaron Fox, even Kevin Horter probably get something off of his screens too, because he be coming off screens for some of them threes, bro.
Let's keep going down here. You got Chet Holmgren right below Brooke Lopez.
Well, Josh Giddey.
Let's keep
Shaq.
going here. Andre Drummond,
Wow.
What team is Andre
Chicago.
Drummond on, bro?
Giannis
Oh,
Antetokounmpo
okay.
is right below Jaren Jackson Jr.
Ew. But okay.
Damn, Jaren setting a lot of screens and they're still losing.
Who the fuck is getting these screens?
Desmond Bain,
Who else?
Derrick Rose.
He's playing?
He is. He has to.
Well, yeah, Marcus Smart got hurt, I heard.
Oh,
too.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marcus Smart's hurt now.
Giannis is basically just give me the ball in the perimeter. I'm going head first
Pretty
in
much,
there.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Get the fuck out of the way.
Not even using them right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But that
Yeah,
could
that's a
come
crazy.
down to
That's,
the
that's,
coach,
a,
bro.
that's a crazy
'cause
pick
it's
and roll,
like
bro. I'd abuse the shit out of
Because
that.
it's like we don't even know who this guy is. Is he gonna know what the fuck to do when he has two guys like this at his disposal?
Clearly not
He
right
ain't-
now.
He ain't figured it out so far. All the way.
It was a good start to the season for the Bucks, at least with the
Yeah.
duo, and then
Oh,
now it
it's-
seems like they're in a little bit of a flux.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Is
sure.
that
Part of it could have been Dame being out too, though.
that part? But also, is this argument that's on the sideline bigger than what it may be? Let's continue to watch it as the season goes
we'll
on.
have to see. 'cause
Is it gonna
I'm
be?
not
Is it gonna?
predict
Is
that
is
and
it big?
say I
Is
know.
it honestly bigger than what it is?
It was
No.
mostly a
I'm not.
rhetorical question, so it shouldn't have been
He's-
answered.
he
It's like a
was
sneak
asking.
peek, but
Yeah,
yes,
we
you
don't
can
know,
answer.
bro.
Go ahead. I would like
Yeah.
to see what you
I
have to
don't know.
say.
I was basically gonna say, is it? In the media's eyes, yes. To us,
The
no.
media hasn't picked it up.
covered this though so far, bro.
Some-
I ain't heard nobody talk about.
You know
this
what it is?
already.
Because I just see like kind of like those backside pages on like Twitter that are talking about it, or like they'll take that clip from that game and you'll just see it repeated on like TOs and shit like that and
Yeah.
trending. But is it a big thing? It can be because what I'm,
I
hold
hate
on.
you.
Wait, what I'm saying is
Just pick one,
what I'm
yes
saying-
or no.
What I'm saying
Because if you say it can be, that
No.
means that it's still a rhetorical
no,
question.
okay, my bad. What I'm saying is this a big thing? Yes.
Yes.
Because
Why?
they kind of should have this figured out. I get it, you guys. I get it. You just got Dame, but I don't see how you guys don't have one of the craziest two-man games right now.
So you should have it already picked.
bro, it's
Done.
a month.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
It's
yeah.
been a
I
month.
think that's
of
unfair.
the season,
that bro, that we are beating niggas over the head with this.
They've played 15 games, bro.
Come on.
They've played 15.
Again, it has to
games.
evolve. if this is something, if they continue to struggle, they shouldn't be struggling.
But these are two dudes that have
that
been in
should
the
be the
league.
best team.
But these are two dudes that have been in the league for what,
So
10 years plus?
So what they got to figure out in 6 games or what,
The
bro?
the,
Come
the
on.
Heatles had a rough start.
Yeah.
So
And they won championships.
Yeah, the Heatles still went to the finals, and they just lost.
Then
They
this
still
team better-
struggled the first year though.
But
Even
this
that year they
team-
made it to the finals.
but this team still needs to make it to the finals
Yeah,
though.
You
No,
can't
they-
even if they
they
don't make it to
do.
the finals, then they're not even the Heatles.
They do, but I just feel like, man, Dame Giannis, okay, this is literally like some my team type shit.
And if they don't do anything, they're not. Then it means nada.
Bro, you got the runner-up defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
You have Dame. You have Giannis. You
Yeah.
have
And
Chris
then
Middleton
a back-to-back MVP.
as your third option, being still able to do stuff.
I
Bobby
feel like they should just be
Portis.
clicking a little harder. That's it. They should be clicking just a little
Bobby
more.
Portis' role has been diminishing up and
Yeah.
down, and I don't know what the fuck.
High key.
So overall, again,
I just feel like they should be clicking a little bit harder.
absolutely, but that's also there's growing pains to be expected, right?
Yeah. They just got together first year.
I don't know if it was expected, but it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody.
No.
Arguing on the sideline, that's a surprise,
Yeah.
and that's why it's like red flag.
Yeah.
Now let's keep an eye on that. Can they overcome this? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger,
All right.
or what might kill them? It might be this thing that might be growing. A disease. It likes to spread.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But
Definitely
Gifton,
have to see that
lead
one,
us out,
bro.
my guy. Episode 141 of Them in the Books,
And
Sports U Podcast.
Damn, camera just died. As always, if you like this video, go ahead and shatter that like button.
Like it.
Bust down those
Bust
comments.
down.
Shout
Share
out to
that
the
shit.
subscribers. Share that shit with everybody.
Watch it with your family for
And,
Thanksgiving.
oh,
No,
God.
yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Watch it
Thanksgiving,
for your
everybody.
family for Thanksgiving. And
Oh,
remember,
it is 12 o'clock a.m.
support
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all have a good night,
Have a good
everybody.
night, folks.
Get your bellies full.